Hello everyone, Happy New Year. Jill here with a little video about my 2020 goals. One of my pages that I'm going to talk about is about my dog, so you got to hear her voice here at the beginning. Whew. Anyway, so I've been keeping a bullet journal. I did a couple volumes last year, and it's working really well for me. And one of the, what they call like collection pages will focus on my goals for memory keeping. So I got it started with just what comes to mind. Here at the beginning of the year might be a little bit ambitious, but I can always adjust them, and probably I will use some sort of tracker to keep track as well. But it feels good. It feels good to think about what I want to do for my memory keeping. And so this is what I came up with. I'm all over the place with my interests, as you know, if you know anything about me. But I've sort of neglected 12 by 12 pages, and I have one to share with you, one that's coming up on the blog, made with a noted kit. So I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, 12 by 12 pages. My goal is to do 25 for the year. I love Project Life. I've been doing it forever. I'm pretty happy right now with the 9 by 12 format. And my goals, I don't do it every week, but I do try to get at least a couple spreads in per month, if not more. Some months I do a lot, just depends. But so at least two pages, 2 of the 9 by 12 pocket pages a month, and stay current with it. That's my goal. Notebooks, the Traveler's Notebooks. I have one that I'm calling Jottings, and it's relatively new, and I really like it. It's very casual and fast, so I want to do that at least once a week, kind of keep the momentum going, see where I go with that. It's maybe a little bit more about writing than the photos. But then I have my regular memory keeping Traveler's Notebooks. I use a lot of the Cocoa Daisy kits for that. And one thing that I was frustrated by in 2019 is that I am all over the place with notebooks. Like I have a few pages here, a few pages there in different notebooks. So this year, finish one before working in another. So they're quite flexible. So it's easy enough to incorporate, say, a new kit or even pages from another notebook in the current notebook. So I'm going to see how that works. I'm going to experiment with that a little bit so that I feel like I have the continuity of finished notebooks. I did finish one in 2019, and I feel like really good about that. So I want more of that kind of approach. Okay, one little word. I'm going to have another video about that later, but I do that once a month following Allie's workshop. Bible journal, love to Bible journal, and last year, toward the end of the year, it worked really well to do about once a week on Sunday, and that keeps some continuity, gives me that outlet, which is really good for my spiritual life. Ongoing would be art-related things, art journal, sketchbook, inspiration notebook. Some of those have a memory-keeping aspect for me, so I just put them down here just as a kind of reminder. Anyway, those are my goals, so I wanted to share that with you as a preliminary part of this video. Otherwise, I'm going to look at, show you a few of the things I've done so far with Noted. I'm a little behind because of the holidays, and I'm looking forward to doing, at least, 3 or 4 more spreads at least. So this is the first one I did coming off of the holidays. I did one about gifts, and I've been kind of fascinated by monograms. And so these are gifts that I chose, monogram coasters for my friends from Anthropologie. They even have a monogram on their bag. So I wrote a kind of a reflection on the sort of gift giving I've been doing lately, like where it comes from, what it means for me. And I thought of it when I saw this beautiful page in the notebook because it reminds me of the coasters. I mean, these circles all lined up in this way. So it was fun to work with this particular paper design. As you can see, I used some die cuts, combined a couple alphabets, and did a little bit of stitching here and there. And I always love the enamel dots. So in this case, I kind of lined them up in a visual triangle, 3 different places on the page. Okay, the other one that I did so far is very simple and kind of like quirky. I did a spread here in the notebook on my nostalgia for the 80s. Some things from the 80s are not the greatest, but in fashion, but I did really love these roll neck sweaters. And so sweater memories, that they came back. J. Crew brought them back, and I of course had to buy one because I was so fond of them. I'm a knitter, so I even made one. This was the best. Yeah, that fits, right? And again, I liked combining a couple of the alphabets from the kit, the sweater memories and the sweater design on the facing page come from the Nordic Woods Classified Memory Keeping Kit. I always like to pull in a few things from kits from my stash, from things that I didn't get to use. Really grooving on the colors for Noted, which are kind of this periwinkle blue and pale green, along with some yellows and pinks. Okay, you'll see those colors more in my 12 by 12 page. This is coming to the blog, so you won't really see it posted on Instagram or anything right away, but it'll be on the blog soon. And so I did a kind of collage of the various cool elements from the kit, along with this cute picture of my corgi, my dog Hazel. And I've been really loving this washi that has phrases on it. So I just hand cut a heart from one of the pattern papers in the kit, and then used the washi, stitched it down. And since there was like lots of nice white space in the big photo that I printed, that seemed to work well. The rub-ons are so much fun. So anyway, it's a little cloudy today, but you can see I used a rub-on up here along the edge, the plant, which makes a nice little, reminds me of my living room with this kind of hanging off the edge of the collage. And there are other rub-ons on here as well. The pencil, of course. And I think this is a kind of a cool way to use the pencil. I wrote in pencil, my journaling. So that was fun too. Since I'm writing about Hazel and her quirks, her personality, what she's like at the age of 5, I stamped a big 5 on the pattern paper and cut it out. Did a little hand cutting of a couple of the other papers. Used a quotation that I love from one of my favorite novelists, which is "Dogs wind the clocks of our days." So the clock really felt appropriate for me. My dog's like, she's got a really happy temperament, as maybe most dogs do. So happy heart, happy life, all of that fit, as well as everyday moments. She's really a kind of a constant every day in my life, and that's so comforting. So anyway, as I said, I have some goals for the returning to the 12 by 12 scrapbooking, as well as keeping up with some of the other formats I enjoy. And so that gives you a little peek at it. And hope your new year is off to a great start, and I'll catch up with you later. Thanks, guys.